everybody, it's Charlie again, and I'm currently playing Assassin's Creed Mirage. This will be another replay review in 2024 of a game that I enjoyed quite a bit. Other than that, let's get into it. Hope you guys enjoy. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another replay review. Here, as you can see, we're showing the city of Baghdad with Basim, our protagonist, who, by the way, I really like. Pretty cool character, a little stoic here and there. I'm going to show some of the combat in the game. As you can see, there's the traditional, obviously, stealth weapon, but you can mix it up with some melee, obviously. Hidden blade is, you can mix it up, guys. So it's a mix of the old and new games in a lot of ways, but it has its own thing as well. And yeah, there's a lot of countering. You can counter, you can do defensive and attacking at the same time. Once you master the gameplay, at first it's going to seem a little bit complicated. It might seem hard, like he doesn't know how to fight, but it's really you that you don't know how to play. Okay. I don't mean to be a dick, but I saw it in a lot of reviews and I was like, let's see if I can get it down. And I did. I got it down pretty damn good. Every now and then I still get hit, but overall, when you level up the moves, you can pretty much take down anybody in a fight. So yeah, he's pretty cool once you know how to use him. The game is on the more realistic side, so you can get hurt pretty bad very easily. And a couple of other things that I'm going to put in as we go forward here. Badass animations, by the way, for executions. Here's the map. Not too big, not too small. I thought this was perfect the way they did this. Like I said, a mix of the old and new. You could still have exploration. You still have, you know, the basically objectives and stuff that you can do around the map. Additional side missions and stuff aside from the main missions. And cities within where the deserts are and different areas to literally discover historical sites. I love the way they did it. Okay, I know a lot of people may disagree with me, but I thought it was pretty cool. And yeah, I'm going to show some more stealth. Obviously, I'm a wanted man now. As you can see, the bars on the bottom, GTA style looking for me. In this game, though, if you hide, it doesn't go away. You actually have to peel down posters, like in the old school Assassin's Creed 2 and some of the old games where you used to do stuff like that. The traversal, obviously, is reminiscent of Unity. Not as good as Unity, obviously, because there's glitches and stuff here and there, which is one of the problems that I have with the game. I feel like it's a little glitchy and sometimes the parkour doesn't work quite right, but those would be the only negatives, to be honest. The combat is a little awkward, like I said, till you master it, and traversal is fun. It's very fluid, nice smooth 60 frames. Every now and then you'll get frame drops. I'm not gonna lie to you, there is frame drops, but very rarely. I think overall they did a good job, and obviously this is the updated version. I played it a little bit later than everybody else, but as you saw, I peeled down a poster to bring down my wanted level, and so on. Or you can get a guy to wipe all of them. You pay him with a coin. There's other things you can do, and that's the other thing I like about the game, the variety in it. So here are basically, these are the main missions, assassinations that you do. Related to the story, obviously I finished the game, 100% of it. I still haven't gotten everything to get, obviously, the platinum, but here are the skill points as well. Make sure you level up a lot of the combat moves, which are in Phantom over there, because you're going to need them when the combat starts. Mix it up with this stuff, dossiers on basically Baghdad, historical sites. It's really cool if you like history. Like, I'm a history buff, so this stuff was interesting, stuff I didn't even know. Stories about the city, the characters in it, the type of soldiers, stuff like that. I think it was really cool that they added. Traversal is fun. You can even go on a boat, okay? These little boats through these little canals and these little river banks and stuff. So cool. The game is beautiful to look at. Obviously, don't worry about doing close-ups on the camera. It might not look as good, but if you just play the game, you'll notice that the graphics are fluid. They're nice to look at. The animations are fun, and like I said, you hear conversations. The city's alive. The city's, you know what I'm saying? There's stuff happening even when you're not around. That's how you feel. Swim underwater, same as the newer games. You could do a lot of that swim stuff for you guys that still like that stuff, exploration stuff. Wildlife will attack you randomly, like the rams here. There isn't a lot of wildlife, but what is there is pretty cool. Like there's leopards, I believe, as well. You do have your camel. You can buy horses. I haven't bought a horse yet because you rarely will find the need to use a camel unless you're in the middle of the desert, which doesn't happen very often. There's also little camps in the desert that you'll notice. You'll see like the fire going up and stuff. You'll go check it out, and there'll be treasure chests there, which is really cool. Get into little combat situations, some of the stealth stuff. This game tries not to overstay its welcome and not to be repetitive. So like I said, it's like a merger of the old and new, and I honestly think they did a good job. I hope they continue in this direction. I think this game gave me a more realistic feeling of what it would be like to be an assassin back in the day in Baghdad. For some reason, I felt like it was more on the realistic side, where you can get killed very easily and you can get caught very easily. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are aware of your existence. So it doesn't always work perfectly, don't get me wrong, okay? And as you level up your skills, you're going to notice that you become more stealthy because of the skills you got. But there is really no leveling up system. Hidden Blade kills everybody, basically, is what I'm saying. Here's one of the bureaus of the assassin, which is really cool. They're strategically placed all over the city. You get to meet interesting characters. I will not be spoiling the story here in case you've never played the game. And here are the contracts on the wall of each of these bureaus. So I recommend looking up on the walls and just figuring out, you know, different little cool ones. I haven't done many yet. I'm gonna, obviously for the platinum, I'll continue it. But yeah, I did one where you couldn't kill anybody. That was hard. That was hard because it's so tempting, you know. Here are the costumes and stuff that you can look at. Obviously these are the stat costumes, I would call them, or the stats for the costumes. These affect your stealth, your health, and stuff like that, depending on what you pick. And these are the aesthetically pleasing outfits that you want to, what you want to look like. So there's the Izu armor there that I found through exploration. My favorite is Master Assassin, obviously, because I became a Master Assassin, which I'll talk to you about that in a little bit later. Since we're halfway through the video, though, as you can see, there's items as well. I'm gonna give this game an 8.5. Simply because of the glitches and stuff. It held it back a little bit, dropped frames occasionally, and some awkwardness in the gameplay. But overall, guys, it's a great package. I recommend this game to everybody. Obviously, there's people, you're either going to hate it a lot or you're going to love it a lot. And I'm in the love it, okay? I'm showing some of the parkour here. As you can see, you saw a little bit of clunkiness when I'm jumping off the ledge. That's some of the stuff that you will experience. But it's really not a big deal. Overall, the game is fluid, the game plays well, it feels good to control bossing. There's weight on them, you know what I'm saying, for that. But not too much weight. And you'll notice that the outfits, some of them, depending on your taste, you like some more than others. As you continuously go up the ranks, you genuinely feel like you're getting better as an assassin. They do give the story time. I don't know why in some reviews they said they didn't. The story is not rushed, guys. I felt like it was a good pace. I felt like they did a good job. And there's a lot of twists and turns. It's not your routine story. It makes you think that at some point, and then you're like, oh, I get it. No, trust me. This has some surprises. And I didn't finish Valhalla. I wanted to finish this before going back to Valhalla, because this happened before that. So that's why I decided to do that. Overall, the feel of the game can become addicting. At least to me it did. Where I kept thinking about it. I gotta go back and play it. Till I finally finished it on my channel. I have a playlist of 21 videos if you guys want to check that out. And it's just because I thought that was the best format for the best quality. Here you could use, obviously, your knives, your throwing knives. You would be using that weapon quite a bit, in my opinion. I love using them. Everybody has the weapon they would like to choose. Mine is a throwing knives. I don't know, I really like it. Obviously you hit these things that blow up, kind of like in the other newer Assassin's Creed games. Little jars that you could utilize for puzzles and other things like opening areas. And here are the best feeling. When you throw these and you hit somebody in the head, it feels amazing. And obviously through your stats, you can collect the knives back after you use them. I messed up there on stealth. The guy saw me. Targeting system is available, guys, in case you don't want to be flailing around. Obviously R3. And it's very simple, you know. It just feels like in my opinion, a perfect merger of the old and the new. If they could just expand on this formula, I think they could come up with one of the best games ever. In fact, I think this game is one of the better games. I don't think it's one of the best, because there's things about it that are a little suspect, but overall, I just had a great time. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Well deserved 8.5 in my opinion, as the way I see it. Some people may disagree. And I'm showing here one of the infiltration missions instead of one of the bases. Obviously, remember to get some snacks here, which is something I wasn't doing at first. And that will help you out quite a bit because you can store a couple of those. And you can expand on it when you get other upgrades, right? But like I said, there's no leveling system, so you don't feel weaker or stronger. You just feel like you have more tools to use. You know what I'm saying? And once you get the hang of Basim, you get used to his feel and everything. Everything becomes more understandable in a lot of ways. You know how to approach situations. You have different ways of looking at scenarios before you go in them. Obviously, this is your Ubisoft formula in a lot of ways. So if you hate Ubisoft games, this is not going to change your mind. Sorry to tell you. But if you do give it a chance and you immerse yourself a little bit, you will be immersed in the world of Baghdad back in the day when things were a little bit more complicated, you know. And his story is interesting and it's kind of sad, but there's a lot of joy in it too. So it's hard to explain, you know, overall. But they did add something that was controversial because it's maybe considered some kind of supernatural ability. And if you look at my playthrough, I didn't use this ability. I think I used it once. And here I'm trying to show you what it looks like. I'm sure you guys have heard about this. A lot of people thought that this should never be in the game because it makes the game too easy. And this is another reason why I barely used it, right? So it's up to you to use it. Here are the special tools, obviously smoke bombs and traps and other things like blow darts. I like the blow darts. They put them to sleep. Sometimes you don't have to kill anybody, but I still go ahead and assassinate. I don't care. I use the blow darts, assassinate. That's just how I play. And obviously, when you're infiltrating a base and all that, things can get really complicated. So, you know, when you don't know how to take down armored enemies and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get a little desperate. Another thing that's cool in the game, they reintroduce pickpocketing, which I think is great. And this game is done with a little mini game. Once you get used to it, you could expand your abilities of a pickpocket because he is a master thief. That's all I'm going to say about Basim originally when the story starts. But other than that, I'm not going to spoil any more of the story. But basically, there's pickpocketing, and then also there's areas where you can sit down and pass the time if you want to change day and night, you know, type of thing. Like kind of like they did in Assassin's Creed 2. So there's elements of, like I said, the old and the new. And they try to blend them the best they can, and it does have its own feel. The game does have its own thing, you know, overall. But yeah, guys, and here's what it looks like at night. Beautiful Baghdad at night. I think that they did a great job with the design. Like I said, there's different locales, rich areas, poor areas, and just a mix of so many things. Obviously, this is a game that I was interested in from the moment I saw it, so it depends on your taste. Like I said, I don't know what you're interested in, but for me, I wanted to try it the moment I saw the animations and stuff. And I was interested in a new story, you know? For a character I barely know from Valhalla, because I haven't finished it. But here are the medallions that make you feel like you're being promoted, which is really cool, in my opinion. You know, this stuff makes you feel like you're basically leveling up as you're going through the game. And yeah, swords and knives. But other than that, guys, 8.5 out of 10. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe when you get a chance. And like I always say, go get 'em.